Good afternoon, everyone. All right, so this will be the continuation of what we have discussed a while ago. Okay, so our learning objectives. At the end of the session, the students must be able to define what is purchasing. Number two, understand checking of deliveries. Again, a quick reminder, we will be having short quiz on Friday. Okay? So, I want you to study and review all the lessons, no? So, I will publish everything on our Google Classroom. Okay? So, let's define first what is purchasing. So, when we say purchasing, it involves obtaining the necessary foods in the right quantity of the best quality at the right time in the right and or most economical price. Okay, another definition is that when we say purchasing, this is a quality control program in a food establishment should ensure that only foods which meet written specifications are purchased from reputable vendors. Okay, why is it purchasing is important on a certain business or businesses? Or why is it important in food service establishment? Why is it important that a chef or a kitchen staff must be knowledgeable in the purchasing processes? Because it defines the need of the restaurant or of the business, as well as it evaluates the suppliers and the stocks needed to choose and what would be the best offer of all the suppliers, no? And also we can see here that we should create what we call a purchase order. Okay, another thing that we need to consider is the receiving and checking of goods. So you need to check the goods received against the purchase order. Okay, so any question with that? So next is we have what we call receiving and storing safe food. So food hygiene means storing food safely and keeping premises and equipment and to ensure that the staff knows knows how to handle food and any types of food preparation. So another definition when we say receiving and storing safe foods is a proper food hygiene program must applied or followed, and each flow of food will lead to prevention of food poisoning. So what do we call when we say food hygiene? Food hygiene program. So this is a set of practices that ensure that food is safe to handle, the food is safe to prepare, and to ensure that food is safe to store. So the goal is that it prevents the foodborne illnesses, no, by reducing biological hazards. Okay, so what do we need to plan in receiving and storing safe foods? We have to create the what we call food safety plan. So food safety plan, it identifies and control hazards that occur during food purchase, during food storage, during food preparation, and during food packaging. So nakaka-affect din class sometimes yung transportation, no, ng products or ng stocks natin or even supplies. So you need to create food safety plan as part of the food safety or food hygiene program. And aside from the food safety plan, in receiving and storing safe foods, you need to ensure what we call personal hygiene. So it includes washing your hands, it includes wearing clean clothing, and avoid cross contamination. Okay? What else? Aside from that, food sanitation is also included in food hygiene program. So it keeps the equipment, it keeps the surfaces, Of course, the facility or the kitchen is clean to prevent food hazards, as well as safe food handling is also included. So you need to follow guidelines of cooking. What is the prescribed standard when you prepare specific meal or dishes? 'Di ba? Sabi nga, you need to serve hot foods hot, cold foods cold with the right temperature. So it's a matter of safe food handling, as well as how you will store the food if meron tayong ma-encounter na leftovers or may mga ingredients tayo na hindi na-consume lahat. How do you store those ingredients? You need to transfer it on a containers ba, or you need to retain its packaging. So it's part of safe food handling. So that's the way you will receive and store safe foods. Okay? So next is we have checking the deliveries upon purchasing. Number one is check the color, texture, smell of the delivered food. So usually, you can check this class sa written specification per box or per case ng supplies natin coming from our prestigious suppliers. So, like say for example, the culinarian or the kitchen staff has a clear order of case of apples. So make sure that the apples inside the box or inside the case are color red upon the request from the supplier. Kasi we have other color of apples, right? We have the green one, and it differs from the sizes then. So you need to check those deliveries. Color, sizes, yung timbang, if pare-parehas ba yung weight per boxes ng in-order natin from suppliers. Baka the first box is 50 grams lang yung kanyang weight, and then yung isa nag 100 grams. So it will affect the desired profit of um, the meal or the food that we need to offer to the customer inside the restaurant. So you need to check on that, and then as well as the smell. Baka tumagal na siya sa customs, no? Lalo na if the ingredients or stocks are perishable. Mabilis mabulok, mabilis malanta. Yan. So baka pag-deliver sa restaurant, pagbagsak ng order natin, hindi na natin mapakinabangan. So magkakaroon tayo ng waste, no, sa ating financial report. Okay? Waste from the delivery of goods, no, or ingredients. So upon delivery, you need to check the written spec. So it includes again the color, the texture, the weight, the smell, and so on and so forth. So another is be sure that the food is properly and securely packed. Be sure also that its packaging is not broken or tampered. Okay? So as a kitchen staff, once you purchase the orders coming from our suppliers, so you need to evaluate if the packaging is correct. Okay? Or there are times the packaging is good but different item or ingredients ang nasa loob nung ano natin, ng boxes or nung deliveries. So you need to ensure that packaging is nagmamatch with the written specs. Okay? On how to check packaging, so this is the thing that you need to remember. Okay? Pwede nyo rin siyang i-jot it down. Okay? Since I did not include that information sa ating PowerPoint presentation. So maybe I will include this sa inyong short quiz tomorrow. So how to check the packaging? First is you need to practice the visual inspection. That's the first step. And then you need to test or to assess the strength of the item or the ingredient. Okay? Next is you need to check the seal of the packaging, use packaging. As well as, you need to include, ayan, that's number 4, what we call the environmental conditions. So we have 4 class, ha? So environmental conditions is you're checking the product if it will be exposed or um, the temperatures are correct once you use that kind of ingredients. Okay? With good condition, sabi nga. Okay? So number 1, again, visual inspection. Number 2, assess its strength. So yung strength dito, we're talking about the appearance and the texture of the product. Okay? And then number three is the environmental conditions. And then another one is to check the seal or the packaging. Okay? So that's for um checking the deliveries under packaging. Okay? So next is chilled, frozen, and fresh foods should be at safe temperature at the end of the delivery. Okay, so what are the examples of chilled and frozen goods? No, so usually sa restaurant natin, they will not call a bulky orders for chilled and frozen goods. Kasi meron lang lifespan yung mga chilled items natin and frozen items. Eh, depende pa kung saan nila gagamitin yung ingredients na yan. Okay? So, examples are chilled and frozen items like, ayan. So, pwede din natin siyang i-jot down. Okay, so we have fresh meats. Yung mga fresh meats natin like chicken, yung beef, pork, fresh seafood, chilled and frozen yung mga yan. Dairy products like milk, yogurt, cheese. Ayan, yung mga prepared salads, fresh vegetables, no? Examples natin ng chilled and frozen items. Ano pa? Ano pa mga supplies natin? Frozen fruit, frozen pizza, frozen ice cream, ayan. So you need to check upon the delivery if the product are cold and in the right temperature. Okay? Meaning stored in a refrigerator and slightly above freezing temperature. So ganun dapat siya ma-receive ng ating store or ni restaurant. Okay? Especially yung mga kitchen staff natin. Okay? So frozen means stored at significantly lower temperature, typically below 0 degree Fahrenheit, where the water content is completely frozen and effectively preserving the food for a longer period. Okay? So, nakakasunod naman ba, class? Okay, number 4, checking of deliveries is check the date indicating the maximum period for which the food can be stored. Foods which have to be stored at low temperatures and have relatively short shelf life carry use by date. So normally, upon checking the deliveries, you may notice may mga expiration date yung mga yan. So, kailangan magmamatch yung expiration date niyan kung hanggang kailan or gaano katagal mo gagamitin yung supply or yung ingredient na yan. So, it will indicate the maximum period kailan pwedeng magamit. So, for example, at least 2 to 3 months tong condiments na to, pwede siyang makonsume. Okay? Or itong klase ng ingredient na to, within 1 week lang or 3 days, kailangan na natin siyang ma-dispose. Something like that. So, upon deliveries, you need to see the shelf life. The bottom line is shelf life plus the expiration date. And syempre, sa instruction, makikita nyo din, merong mga temperatures needed, paano mo siya i-store. So, kailangan makita nyo yung mga temperatures na yan. Okay? Kasi ano yan, prescribed standard yung mga temperatures if um, need ba i-meet yung ilang Fahrenheit ba dapat sa loob ng kitchen para mas ano natin siya, mas store natin siya ng maayos. So very challenging yung purchasing or pagpili ng mga supplies natin sa kitchen kasi nagba-vary to depende sa need no ng chef as part of his or her ingredient, and nagba-vary din siya sa demand or needs ng customers. So ang hirap niyang i-forecast, no? Ang hirap din niyang i-control since maraming aspect yung dapat nating i-check and i-evaluate para hindi tayo malugi or hindi tayo magkaroon ng loss, no, sa ating restaurant or sa business. Okay? So nagiging part siya ng class, mas para mas maintindihan ninyo, ng risk management since we are monitoring the good management threat. Kasi when it comes sa supplies din, pwede ding maging risk yung mga supplies natin or ingredients na hindi siya nakukonsume usually. No? So parang underperforming yung mga ano natin, yung mga consumables. So anong gagamitin natin sa store or sa kitchen? So part pa din siya class ng nagiging risk yung the way we will purchase, the way we will store, and the way we will secure all the stocks and ingredients. Okay? So next is the proper storage. So dry storage, kailangan ang mamit natin is 30 to 70 degree Fahrenheit daw or 1.1 to 21 degrees Celsius naman. Okay? Dry storage is meant for foods with low perishability such as canned goods and grains like rice, spices, and cereals. So dry storage areas must be kept cool, dry, and pest-free. Overstocking should be avoided for proper ventilation. Okay? So ano ba yung mga, aside from this one, ano yung sample natin ng dry goods? Okay? Ano ba yung mga dry goods natin na kailangan pala class ma-maintain natin yung 30 to 70 degree Fahrenheit or 1.1 to 21 degrees Celsius. Okay, so here are the list of the dry goods. So kindly jot down na lang ulit. Dry goods are samples like flour. Yan. Common ingredient natin yan sa kitchen. Sugar. We have also coffee. Okay, tobacco. What else? Packed foods and staples that can last a long time. Ano pa? Nuts, seeds, dried fruits, and dried vegetables. Also included sa dry goods natin. What else? Those foods that are not refrigerated or frozen. Yan, kasama rin yan sa dry goods. So, paano natin siya class ma-store ng maayos? So, sa kitchen, syempre, you purchase the supplies na. You have already the supplies. So, you need to transfer sa mga containers or canisters yung mga dry goods natin. So, uh, do not put it on its packaging, no? So pag nabawasan na natin siya or once you open the packaging, make sure to transfer it to other containers na or canisters and put a label kung anong date nyo siya binuksan. Say for example, yung flour or APF, all-purpose flour. You will transfer it to canister, date February 13, 2025. So, yung date ngayon, yun yung ilalagay yung label sa canister. Para alam niyo anong date yung expiration din niya at the same time. Okay? So, ano pa? How to store dry goods. You need to store dry goods in a pantry so they are ready when needed. So, do not allocate other spaces pa sa kitchen kung saan mo ilalagay. Do not put it sa stock room, no? Or other stations pa sa kitchen rather than to put it sa pantry itself. Para pag need natin, automatically andun lang siya malapit sa mga countertops natin. Okay? So, example pa pala ng mga dry goods to store, breadcrumbs, yan. Meron din tayong yung mga pasta, ayan, tinatransfer yan sa containers. Pasta, rolled oats, yan, mga chili paste. So, everything must be transferred sa mga containers class. Actually, sa bahay, di ba, the practice is pag nag-grocery sa limbawa, yung parents nyo or kayo, tinatransfer nyo talaga siya, di ba, sa mga bottles or any containers na meron kayo at home. Pero hindi natin napapractice yung mag-put ng label kasi nakukonsume naman natin siya agad. Pero kasi sa kitchen, no, sa restaurant, they will use those ingredients for a long period of time. So that's why they need to input date kung kailan nila binuksan or kung kailan nila kinonsume. Okay? So, ang tawag class doon sa nagpa-purchase ng supply sa kitchen is what we call the purchaser. Okay? Sila yung nagda-decide, syempre, asking the assistance of the all the chef, no, or culinarians kung ano yung needs sa kitchen, but they are the one who will communicate or who will have the agreement, no, sa supplier. So they need um, to convey some instructions, no, yung chef natin sa purchaser sa mga priorities natin na ingredients at ano naman yung mga hindi masyadong kailangan for food prep. Ayun yung ayun yung ginagawan ng clear data ng ating mga purchaser. Okay? So, what else? Okay, so balikan lang natin class kanina yung yung meaning ng purchasing regarding economical price. So most of the time, one of the reason kaya rin tayo nakakapag-strategize ng high profit, nakakapag-market tayo, nag-increase yung market natin because of the price of the supplies. Okay? So kapag magaling yung purchaser natin makakuha ng supplier, mas mura nating nakukuha. Limbawa, isang box ng APF, all-purpose flour, nakuha mo ng 100 pesos. Pero ang kaya niyang magawa is, as for example, na ilalagay natin siya out of 1,000 mil yung APF na yan or all-purpose flour. So, may tendency, mas malaki yung kikitain natin dun sa per meal na merong content ni APF kasi mura lang natin siyang nakuha. So, kung kakayanin ng lahat ng ingredients mo, mura mong mabibili sa supplier or mura natin siyang makukuha, better. Okay? So, economical price is something to do with the word affordable. Okay? And it will give attraction also to our conscious consumers kasi 'di ba, there are times pag mahal ayaw nilang bumili ng or ayaw na nila pumasok sa restaurant mo na 'yan kasi hindi nila afford. So we make sure natin affordable and budget friendly yung ating ino-offer sa ating customers. So by means of good purchasing of our ingredients or stocks. So, the economic pricing also, ito yung may tinatawag na you're selling private label products or what we call no-frills services. Okay? So, other term for using economic pricing sa mga restaurant is what we call private label products. Again, private label products, or what we call no frills services. Spelling of frills, FRILLS. And then the word no, NO. No frills, spelling is FRILLS. No frills service. So that's the other term for economic pricing. Okay? So now, to have the conclusion for this topic, so gusto ko lang iwanan sa inyo. Okay, still there, students? Still there? Yan, I hope and pray, no? So purchasing is a vital business function that helps organization or the restaurant. Also, we need to include kitchen, goods and services to meet their goals. No, it's a tactical process that focuses on short-term needs. So also purchasing helps business acquire goods and services efficiently by means of innovation and sustainability in the supply chain. Okay? So I hope and pray you learn something from today's lesson 1 up to 2. So I am expecting everyone to get a high score on our quiz tomorrow. That's all for today. Thank you so much for your time and effort watching this pre-recorded lesson. So God bless everyone.